So a lot of people look at the original piece of content and consider that to be kind of like the flagship content, the cornerstone content. Everything else is based off that. And they see that perhaps as being the kind of the best version of you expressing your thoughts and your opinions because it was the original. But what if that content, that original content, is not your finest hour? What if your finest hour is actually yet to come, and it's yet to come in the way that you repurpose that original piece of content? I'm not sure if many people have heard of a book called Different Seasons. You may or you may not. It was written by Stephen King, and it's a collection of stories. And this was when Stephen King kind of took a foray into the non-horror books. So he's usually in the horror genre, but he wrote this book called Different Seasons, which is a collection of short stories. Now, I don't know, many people may have heard of it, but I'm going to imagine that perhaps not as many people have heard of that as they have heard of two films, so The Shawshank Redemption and Stand By Me. Now, both of those films were based on two of the 4 short stories in Stephen King's novel, Different Seasons. The extra work that you often put into communicating your key message, the way that you put it out there, whether you write something epic, whether you do a really big video, whether you do lots of podcasts, whether you're talking on stage, whether you've written a book, all of that extra work that you do. Now, different people are going to remember you saying that message in a different way, in a different format, on a different day, place and time. Different people will just connect with you in different ways. So you don't always have to fixate on the original and then the secondary. What you want to do is have people hear of you and then think of you in a particular way. If you're communicating a concept, you want people to hear your name and think that concept.